While there are many great donuts out there, today I'll be focusing on the process of making Krispy Kreme donut in factory. Krispy Kreme typically makes donuts twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening, though each store might do it a little differently. First, the ingredients for the dough arrive at each Krispy Kreme factory in large bags. The dough is mixed with water and yeast, and its temperature is carefully regulated during the process. Once mixed, the dough is transferred into a hopper where it rests for about 10 minutes. A crane then moves the hopper over the extruder, which shapes the dough into rings using air pressure. No need to cut a hole. The extruder shapes the dough into a perfect ring from the start. Next, the donuts rise in a proofer, a large box that slowly moves the donuts on a conveyor belt for about 30 minutes. Inside, hot and humid air activates the yeast, causing the donuts to expand. Once they've risen, they're ready to be fried. The fryer is filled with hot vegetable shortening, where the donuts are cooked for about 45 seconds on each side. After frying, they are given time to cool before reaching the glaze waterfall. The glaze, whose recipe is a closely guarded secret, coats the donuts evenly before any excess glaze is recycled for the next batch. Once glazed, the donuts travel through the cooling tunnel to ensure the glaze fully hardens before being boxed or placed on trays for sale. Glazed donut is the most popular, but the company also makes many other varieties. Some donuts are dipped in colored icing or sprinkles after they cool, while others, like sugar donuts, skip the glaze altogether. Filled donuts, which don't have holes, are filled with special fillings by hand. The extruder can also be adjusted to create different shapes for special occasions. While the machine handles much of the process, skilled workers are essential. They monitor the machines, adjust settings, and even have an emergency stop button for safety. Above the fryer, a fire suppression system is in place in case of an emergency. Krispy Kreme produces around 20 million donuts per day globally, with an annual production of over 7 billion donuts. Their most famous product is the original glazed donut, and they operate in more than 30 countries, supplying both retail locations and various stores and supermarkets. Every pie begins with a perfectly crafted dough. Flour, butter, water, and a touch of salt are blended together in large mixers until the dough reaches the right consistency. Once the dough is ready, it's flattened and cut into pie bases and tops. These shapes will form the delicious crusts that hold all the goodness inside. Now for the star of the show, the filling. Whether it's sweet fruit like apples or berries or savory fillings like chicken or vegetables, each one is prepared fresh, seasoned, and cooked to perfection. Once filled, the pie is topped with another layer of dough crimped along the edges to seal in the flavors, and given a few cuts to allow steam to escape while baking. Next, the pies are baked in large ovens at just the right temperature. This allows the crust to become golden and flaky, while the filling inside stays perfectly moist and delicious. After baking, the pies are cooled before being packaged and sent off to stores where they're ready to be enjoyed. The production journey of almonds begins at the tree, where each stage plays a vital role in the nut's development. The harvesting process is initiated by evaluating the almond's maturity to ensure they are collected at the perfect moment for optimal flavor and nutritional value. Modern machinery, like the tree shaker, clamps onto the trunk or branches and gently vibrates the tree, causing the almonds to fall onto the orchard floor. Once collected, the almonds begin their transformation through several key processing stages. First, they are thoroughly cleaned to remove any dirt, leaves, or debris from harvesting. The next step is dehulling, where the outer hull is carefully removed, exposing the shell that encases the almond kernel. Following this, the almond shells are cracked open to extract the kernels, a delicate process that avoids damaging the nuts. Afterward, the almonds undergo an advanced sorting process to eliminate those with significant damage or defects. Once sorted, the almonds are packaged and sent to stores. Some almonds, depending on market needs, undergo further processing to enhance their flavor, texture, or nutritional value, ensuring they meet diverse consumer preferences. This meticulous journey from tree to final product highlights the care and precision involved in producing almonds for various uses in both raw and processed forms. Honey production is a blend of traditional beekeeping practices and modern technology that involves several key steps and processes to ensure high quality and efficient production. The journey of honey begins in the beehives, where bees collect nectar from flowers and transform it into honey. Beekeepers monitor the hives to ensure the bees are healthy and productive. Once the bees have filled the honeycomb cells with honey and capped them with beeswax, the honeycomb frames are carefully removed from the hives. This is typically done using a gentle smoking process, which calms the bees and allows the beekeeper to work without disturbing them. The first step, the factory, is to remove the thin layer of beeswax that seals the honey inside the comb. This process, called uncapping, can be done using special uncapping machines or manually with a heated knife. The beeswax collected during uncapping is often used to make products like candles or cosmetics. Once the honeycomb is uncapped, the frames are placed into a honey extractor. This is a machine that spins the frames at high speeds, using centrifugal force to extract the honey from the comb without damaging it. The extracted honey is passed through filter to remove impurities such as bits of wax, bee parts, or other debris. Once processed, the honey is pumped into jars, bottles, or other containers. Automated filling machines ensure that each container is filled to the correct level, and then they are sealed to maintain freshness. Mortadella production starts with carefully selected cuts of pork, traditionally the shoulder and back fat, which provide the meat with its signature flavor and texture. The pork is then ground into a fine paste using specialized grinders. This step ensures that the meat achieves the smooth, uniform consistency that mortadella is known for. Next, a blend of spices and seasonings are added to the meat paste. The traditional recipe includes salt, black pepper, and aromatic herbs, giving mortadella its rich, savory taste. One of the defining features of mortadella is the addition of cubes of pork fat. These visible white spots add texture and help to keep the sausage moist during cooking. Once the ingredients are combined, the mixture is stuffed into large casings. These cylindrical molds give mortadella its traditional shape, and the air is removed to ensure the sausage is tightly packed. The stuffed sausages are then slowly cooked in steam ovens at controlled temperatures. This cooking process can take several hours, allowing the flavors to fully develop while the mortadella achieves its smooth, delicate texture. After cooking, the mortadella is cooled to set its shape and firm up the texture. Each batch undergoes strict quality control checks to to ensure it meets the highest standards. Finally, the mortadella is sliced into thin, uniform slices and packaged, ready to be sent to stores and kitchens around the world.